this is Kathy Williams, an independent demonstrator for Stampin' Up. You can find me at inkingitupwithkathy.blogspot.com or on YouTube. I wanted to share some Christmas packaging ideas I recently created to help you with your holiday wrapping. The first one is this little white box. And the thing that I liked most about this is I created it in such a way that you can just slide this off. They can open their gift and this can then be reused, which I think is a great idea. The other thing is you don't have to assemble the box until you're ready to use it. You can just keep this piece flat and keep your box flat as well, which is how it comes packaged like this. And that way you can just make several of these, store them, and then put them together later. And instead of having a tag hanging off of the outside and taking away from this pretty clean look, I put a spot for you to put your to and from down here on the bottom. So let me show you how I put this one together. I use the Holly Jolly Layers stamp set, which is a Hostess stamp set and is available until January 3rd. We're going to use this Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. And I'll take that stamp, some Versamark ink, and a piece of Whisper White cardstock. And let me grab my embossing powder. And some gold embossing powder. And don't forget your embossing buddy. So I'm going to go ahead and use my embossing buddy, ink up my stamp. Now I have a very old gold embossing powder, the large ones from years ago, and I'm still working on it some 8 to 10 years ago. It's been wonderful to have this large one, but the small one lasts a long time as well. So let's go ahead and emboss that quickly. Now when you're embossing, you don't want to wave back and forth like you do with a hairdryer. You want to stay in the same spot and slowly move around as it melts. It'll melt much quicker and more even that way. And there we go. Okay. So I'm going to set that one to the side and let it cool. And I have another one here. And what you're going to do is take your scissors and cut along the inside one, right along this piece here of embossing. So you're taking it down to this point. I'll cut all the way around, just like that. That piece can be tossed. And then I have a piece of 2-inch Blushing Bride glimmer paper. And I thought this was kind of nice to have a different, non-traditional color. And also a gold foil using the Layering Scallop Squares. And this is a 2.5 by 2.5 inch piece. This is 2 inches by 2 inches. And I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back here. And again, dimensionals on the back of this one. And finally, dimensionals on the back of this one. Since this isn't going in the mail, we can have this nice and popped up with lots of dimension. Okay, so these pieces will go together just like that. Let's go ahead and assemble our box. Now on the bottom, what you want to do is make sure that you do this in the right order. The first one that needs to be folded in is this one here. And you fold that in, and then the two sides will go in. And they'll just snap in right there like that and like that. And then the final one is this one, and just keep pushing down. Don't bend or anything, just push down until it slides in there and your box is ready to go. Close it up and get your clear piece, that's the wrapping, and kind of press on the other scored spot so that it's nice and square. Then you want to look for where this seam is, and you want that to be hidden either on the bottom or in the back. And I chose the back because my bottom is going to have something on it. So we'll put it on like this. Getting it on there the first time was a little bit of a challenge because of the angle there, but then it works fine. So now I have a piece of gold satin ribbon. It's cut at 13 inches. And I'm going to take and put a couple of glue dots on the back. One there and one there, just like that. And place that down on the top of my box and wrap the ribbon around the box. And come back up, and you may have a little bit of extra. A little bit's fine, but if it's sticking out here, just go ahead and trim it. But you're going to take and put 2 more glue dots on that. Just like that. Pull this tight and across like that. Then I have another piece of the Blushing Bride Glimmer ribbon, which comes with a silver ribbon as well in the holiday catalog. And I'm going to take 1 glue dot and put that on there. Place it right in the center of the satin ribbon. Wrap it around. And again, get another glue dot. Pull that tight. And this one I will trim off here a little bit. Get my ribbon scissors. Just like that. And then begin placing my top pieces on. This one here. And now you want to make sure before you place this one on there that you have it facing the correct direction. You don't want it to end up this way so that it faces that seam. So we want to make sure we're putting it in the right facing direction. And for the bottom, you're just going to take one of the Stitched Shapes framelits, and this one is 1 7/8 inches. Unfortunately, this is out of stock right now, but should be back about the 3rd week of January. So you can order it then if you weren't able to get it in November. And then this piece here is part of the Layer in Circles. And that will then get glued down. And I would just, you want to keep it flat because you don't want it to tip. So I would take just some glue dots and put maybe 4 glue dots around on it, like that. And then press that on there, like that. Fix my ribbons there. Okay. And then the final thing is, I'll move that one over, is this little gold bow. And I just tied it, the bow, and then put it on with the glue dot. But isn't that a cute little package? All right, well, I'll be back with my next packaging idea.